Aloha! Welcome to Tapping with Shakti. Today I'm going to show you how to tap, where the tapping points are. Before I get into the specific tapping points, let me just give you a framework, a structure that you can think about the tapping with. I call this the ABCs of tapping. A stands for being aware and acknowledging and assessing our problem, our challenge, or issue. So that's always the first step, is to specifically acknowledge what your challenge is, whether it's a pain or an emotion in your body. And you're tuning into it and assessing how large your particular challenge is right now before the tapping. With children, I say, is this big, or that big? As adults, we can use a numeric gauge, testing our intensity from 0 to 10. The B of our tapping is that we are blessing and balancing the body. And we do this generally with love and acceptance. We have a phrase that's, even though I have this challenge, I deeply and completely love and accept myself. And this phrase, or this love and acceptance, we're making a sandwich with our problem. And you can use a variety of different phrases for this, but what it's doing is it is actually blessing and balancing the body as we're setting up ourselves to get ready for the tapping. And then the C, what we're doing is we're clearing and cleaning the disruption to our energy system. You can think of your body, that any negative thought we have, it gets trapped in our body, kind of like a hose gets kinked up. And so when we're tapping, what it's doing is it's neutralizing and releasing the disruption to our energy system. So that's a framework, the ABCs. Now let me get into showing you the points. The first point that we begin with is called the karate chop. It is on the side of your hand between the wrist bone and the pinky knuckle. You can either take your fingers of one hand and tap on the other like this, or it can be the other hand, or you can bring both karate chops together like this. And we use the karate chop in that second stage, the blessing and balancing. We'll always start the tapping right there. Then I use my peace fingers to tap. You can, of course, just tap on one side, but I'm going to show you with tapping on both sides, and it's your choice. You want to just feel comfortable and relaxed when you're tapping. So the first point is where our eyebrows begin. You're surrounding your third eye, and you're taking your peace fingers and gently tapping right on the inside of the eyebrows, where you can feel your hair begin. Next, you're going to go following that bone to the outside of the eye. You're about 1 inch from the crease of your eye, right on the bone. We call this the side of the eye. Then you can follow that bone down to under your eye. And we're right on the bone below your pupil, tapping there. It's a good idea to tap along with me so you can feel these points yourself. Then you'll take one peace fingers and bring it underneath your nose, above your upper lip. It's below the nose point. And at the same time, the other peace finger can go below your lower lip to what we call the chin point. And you can do this at the same time, and it looks like this. Then we'll go to the collarbone point. This point is, in massage, we have these indentations here called K27 points. that are, if you go to your collarbone and you go down an inch and out an inch, you can feel them there. So you can tap like this with both hands. Or you can imagine a man's tie right here, and you're just tapping gently over this. And incidentally, this is a great uh, tapping point to do when you don't want to look so weird and you're out there, or if you ever work with me on the phone, this is a great one to use because it only takes one hand, really efficient. So moving down the body, we're going to go to the side under the arm, that's what it's called, and you're about one hand's distance under the arm, or 4 inches on the side of your body, like where the seam of your shirt is. So we call this under the arm. You can do this with two. It's kind of like a monkey scratching itself, but generally I use just one. Then we're going to bring the wrists together. It's like where a watch band comes together, and you bring your wrists together like that. The last point is on the top of the head. I only use one hand for this, but you could use two if you want. It's on the crown chakra, and you're just tapping lightly there. Now, the attitude that I like to encourage people to have when they're tapping is one of curiosity and openness. It doesn't really matter what order you do the tapping points in. This is just an easy way to remember it and to flow through it. So that'll give you an idea of the actual tapping points when you join me in my other tap along videos, and I'll also have a picture of the tapping points with more precise explanation of the points so that you can feel comfortable in doing it. So I'm glad you've joined me here, and I look forward to sharing more tapping with you in other videos. Thank you, and have a great day.